accounts, and then make sure that assets is equal to liabilities and owner's equity. So let me clear this mess. Please take a picture and write it down. Remember, this is a class participation activity, means I would be making 3 groups, 3 or 4, let me check. There are going to be 3 groups. Okay, you need to do, this is a group activity. Remember that one. In breakout room, please turn on your camera and discuss with each other that how we are going to make that one. It means I would be receiving 3 pictures in our WeChat group. So this is basically, I'm giving you 10 minutes to solve all these transactions. Please take a picture and write it down. You can use computer edited version, you can use ePen, whatever you want to do that. But remember, so this is a group activity. So only one solution file from group 1, group 2, and group 3. So I'm going to be establishing that one, and I'm going to be upload the transaction February 1, February 2, February 3 in WeChat group. So also see the transaction numbers over there. Here we go. So I just open it. Please join. Fabian, please join your group. I will be turning on the video after or maybe during the breakout room. So let me pause it. Okay guys, welcome back after the breakout room activity. So let's match the answer. So our February 5th, the answer should be that 5,000 increase in cash and 5,000 at notes payable because they sign a note payable. February 8, it is 10500 decrease in cash and 10500 5,000 is increase in land. February 11, it is medical supplies and accounts payable. February 12, it is no entry. Why? Because officially open for the business, we don't have any financial impact. So February 14, it is 2,800 as a cash, and 50% is received. They receive the cash, and 50% or half of the revenue they are creating account receivable. So you see 5,600 increase in retained earning and 2,800 on the asset side, and increase in accounts receivable and cash. February 16th, so they paid salary, so cash decrease and expense decrease mean retained earning decrease. 25th is basically your sales because you treat a patient, so cash increase and sales increase. So you paid the rent, expense increase in retained earnings side, and here we go, the cash decrease. On 28th, business paid on account. It means paid. Cash decrease on account means mostly you paid to your suppliers. So 500 decrease. So you see here. So Coco, your question. So if you want to find out the total account balance, here we go. So minus mean. So you minus all these and add. So vertically you add and less, and you come up with this balance, right? So it must be equal to, the total assets are equal to 155,000 and total liabilities must be equal to 51,200 and total common stock, honors equity must be equal to 100,000 and plus 3,800. Right? Please match your answer. And now tell me one thing. After having all this solution, what did you find? How much are the total assets? So remember the equation, assets is equal to liabilities plus honors equity. So complete left hand side would be your total asset, which is, we just completed 155,000. Right, guys? So how much does the business expect to collect from patients? Collect from patients, they are their customers, account receivable. How much they need to collect? Answer 2,800. So it means this equation is giving you too much information, right? So learn to interpret that one. The next one is how much business owe in total. They owe in total how much? Accounts payable and notes payable means total liabilities. Total liabilities are 51,200. How much of the business assets does Luke really own? The business assets are, because these are honors. So honors how much? Honors claim on the business, total shareholder equity, which is common stock and retained earning, total 103,800. And how much net income? Net income is equal to sales minus all expenses here. So you can just find out this is 3,800. Right? So up till now, what we have discussed the financial impact, and now we are analyzing the impact of transaction. But before that, let's take a 10 minutes break, and we will be covering this learning objective right after 10 minutes break. So meanwhile, you.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, sure, Kathleen, sure.
About the thing. So for the 16th, the person says that they pay rent for the first half of the month. So it's even though they're paying the first half of the month, you still only put 2,300.
The business paid employees salaries, not rent, salaries.
Salary, sorry. Yeah,
For the first half of the month. Right? So they paid, how much salary they paid? 2,300. It doesn't categorize that, okay, they are half paying. So total salaries, yes, total salaries maybe 23 plus 23, how much is 4,600, but they are paying half of the salary. So we need to record the financial impact, so that they still didn't pay yet, we didn't record it. Right, Kathleen? Okay.
So it doesn't matter. So is this like financial table, not like for each month? Is it just for whatever information you have?
Similar. So this is the financial basic impact of February. So you can just find out that, okay, in February, what happened during February? Okay, this is the cash balance, this is the cash transactions, and that's it. So this is the month of only February, right? So this is how financial impact is. You can just see. For analyzation of the transaction, we will talk about in our next learning objective, and that would be after 10 minutes break.
Okay.
See you after 10 minutes. Okay, class, welcome back after a short break. So let's talk about our fourth learning objective, which is Now, analyzing the impact of business transaction. Previously, we just found out the impact of the financial impact on the business transaction, and now let's talk about the analysis. So, first of all, up till now, what we have discussed is we didn't talk about the accounting systems. From now on, we will be analyzing the transaction with respect to double entry system. So double entry means at least one transaction is affecting two accounts. We already indirectly saw this in our accounting equation. Like if one, cash increase, on the other side liability decrease, so at least two accounts are going to hit or going to be affected, right? So this is basically a double entry system, which means each transaction affect at least two accounts, right? So this is not new. We are rephrasing with different point of view, and from now on we are starting double entry system, right? Up till now we have discussed the impact according to accounting equation, right? And now we are finding out how in big companies accounting system works, how we analyze the transaction in double entry system. So first of all, we make a T account. T account is like this account T, right? So the left hand side is called debit, the right hand side is called credit, and in between we write the title. So account title. So this is the debit side, right and left hand side is called debit, right hand side is called credit, right? So how we open an account? It's in the form of T account, in which the left hand side is called debit. We represent it with DR, and right hand side is called credit. We call this CR. Everyone understand? And if this is the cash, we write it down the name of the account, which is cash. So we write it down the cash. Okay, guys, understand? So now we need to make a rules for this accounting system. So number one, we know that assets is equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. Now in double entry system, right, we don't use the word plus and minus, right? Plus and minus, we don't use these words to analyze the transaction. Rather, we pronounce debit and credit. Debit can be negative, debit can be positive. So that negation, that debit is always positive, you see, debit can be negative, a credit can be positive as well. So don't remember these debit and credit